Remo would post to IG saying the feds are looking to add 2 charges from 2022 and 2019 to Lil Durk's case. And this is years ago. Shout out to the homie Crip Mac.
Look at Crip Mac in the comments. Wish Ka the best. Holy, everything gonna be all right. Never commit.
Everything gonna see all right. Never commit suicide. We're gonna like that comment right there.
This man Crip Mac
By
is
now,
crazy,
y'all are familiar with how the feds work. The feds can take anything you've ever done and turn it into a whole other situation.
Okay.
That's kind of what they do with RICO, right?
Exactly.
We saw in the Young Thug case a whole bunch of different crimes that people already went to prison for. They got re-indicted under a RICO and hit with all of those crimes that they already did. This is the same type of game the feds play. Now, I believe all hip-hop...
Don't nobody want to listen when Mako say it. Don't nobody want to listen. Mako, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Mako. Shut the fuck up. I know what I'm talking about, nigga. I'm a genie, homie. This man is cooked. Gravy, nigga. Hot biscuits with the hot gravy on top of it like Thanksgiving dinner, nigga.
Barely. Stop it. Get some help.
It's over with him. And it's gonna be over for y'all niggas too if you keep catching them fucking bodies, nigga.
was the first to break this news, so shout out to them. And it would state Lil Durk's case could expand after prosecutors signal they may add older Chicago and Atlanta incidents before trial.
And Atlanta.
The possible expansion surfaced in a May 21st court filing from DeAndre Wilson, one of Durk's co-defendants. Wilson is asking a federal judge to reconsider his detention and let him out on bond while the case moves forward. Wilson's filing says prosecutors informed defense lawyers on May 13th that they are considering supplemental charges by June 3rd. The new charges would add 2 older alleged incidents as direct evidence, a 2022 Chicago incident and a 2019 Atlanta incident. That could create a major timing problem for all of the co-defendants because it'll knock the case off its current August 20th, 2026 trial date, requiring new arraignments, more discovery, additional motions, and more investigation. Wilson's lawyer says the 2 incidents do not involve him, and that is the core of his freedom bid. He argues he should not remain.
So basically, the lawyer is trying to get him out, saying, yeah, true that y'all got these cases or whatever, but my client ain't got shit to do with them cases. So let him fucking free. He ain't getting out. Them FBI, open up. Them alphabet boys gonna have his ass sitting there, man. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, man, they do whatever they want to do. One time I got pulled over. They said, "Sir, you can't record." I said, "Yes, I did." Nigga took my phone. What I'm gonna do about it? He the one with the gun and the badge and the gun and the badge and the gun and the badge with the backup and the helicopters and the tanks and the guns. I ain't got that.
In jail for months while lawyers prepare for events where prosecutors do not even place him at the scene. So basically, one of the co-defendants was told, look, we're thinking about hitting Durk with new shit. And he's like, what the fuck does that have to do with me? I wasn't there for that shit. I'm not getting charged with that shit. Let me out. Let me go on bond. Now, the Atlanta incident appears to trace back to January 2019, in which there was a shooting near the Varsity restaurant in downtown Atlanta. That Durk, whose legal name is Durk Banks, had faced felony charges in that case before the Fulton County DA dropped them in 2022. Those charges included criminal attempt to commit murder, aggravated assault, participation in criminal street gang activity, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. The victim was shot in the leg after an argument near the restaurant. Now, obviously, if you're a fan of Durk or a fan of Vaughn, you remember this exact incident. Because if you remember, this is when Durk and Vaughn allegedly robbed and shot somebody.
Case against a rapper accused in a shooting outside of the Varsity will move forward.
Oh, so they both had robbed his ass?
Appeared in court where a judge ruled there was enough evidence for him to go to trial. Channel 2's anchor Lori Wilson is live near where the shooting happened, near the Varsity, and Lori.
But it's like, my thing is, bro, how do you get this many chances? Like, don't get me wrong, I think Durk he might have went to prison, or he was in jail for a little decent amount of time, like around the time when he was first coming out. I just don't understand how you could go to jail this many times, gang, and you still, bro, like, what you got going on, brother? What you doing, Mr. Durky, yo? Help!
Call the popo, huh?
Listen, y'all, YouTube and Meta might owe you up to $1,000 if you or your child grew up on social media. If you or your child spent years growing up on social media, and experience serious mental health issues, you should hear this. Recently, a jury just ordered Meta and YouTube to pay millions for their role in designing and promoting addictive platforms. They know that their apps can cause anxiety, depression, or body image issues, but they never shared those risks with us. They never made us sign anything that we knew the risk. They just maximized their profits. And the recent historic verdict underscores the consequences of those decisions. But you better not worry. Morgan & Morgan is stepping up to hold these platforms accountable for the harm that they have caused. Click the link in my bio to take a very short questionnaire quiz, because you might be entitled to a potential recovery of over $1,000. Listen, come over here to the civilian side, bro. We call police when we get scared, and we don't get locked up. You see how that works? When you don't call the police and you think, oh, I'm too cool to call the police. Nigga, I'm gangster. I ain't calling no damn police because I'm a thug. Yeah, see, that's when your ass end up in prison with all the police. See, either you call the police and you stay free, or you handle it yourself and you let the police in the prison tell you what to do every day. See, I'm gonna go with the first option. That's just me though. I'm just trying to help somebody, help a nigga out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
they have
6,
video
7, 8,
evidence in this case.
Do you feel me?
Jovita, APD says they used at least 5 cameras from local businesses, including this BP, as well as from the Varsity across the street, in order to build their case against Lil Durk and his co-defendant. On Friday, detectives from Atlanta and Chicago testified in the criminal case against rapper Lil Durk in Fulton County Court. They say around 5 in the morning on February 5th, Lil Durk, whose real name is Dirk Derek Banks, and his co-defendant Devontae Bennett were seen on camera involved in shooting Alexander Witherspoon, a person police say they knew.
They were hanging out. They went to a studio to make music.
The rapper and Bennett listened to the evidence against them in court. Police told the judge later that night the victim, Banks, Bennett, and others went to a nightclub, a gas station, and ended up in the parking lot of the Varsity. That's when Witherspoon said he was robbed and shot.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I lived in Atlanta for about 2 years, bro. I'm gonna tell you something right now, nigga. That gas station right next, like right across the street from the Varsity, boy, that motherfucker busting. But it's a death trap. I'm trying to tell you right now, boy, that motherfucker be live all day, all night, nigga. You don't know what's gonna happen. You might get robbed, shot, or get a free 10,000. You don't know what's gonna happen.
He said his chain was snatched off his neck.
Oh, they snatched his chain.
And he had $30,000 stolen from him.
Oh, they stole it.
And they stole the vehicle he was driving.
Oh,
police say Banks was seen on tape shooting a gun.
You see Mr. Banks' arm out the window firing several shots at the victim, towards the victim.
Banks' attorney says this is a celebrity witch hunt.
Were it not for the celebrity status of these 2 individuals, then this would be an aggravated assault.
Banks released a single "Turn Myself In" the day he turned himself in. It's gotten almost 7 million views. The prosecutor charging this wasn't just a robbery and shooting, but gang activity. She put a Chicago detective on the stand to testify that Banks and Bennett are members of Chicago gangs.
Is it possible to continue your affiliation and even commit crimes when you move out of Chicago if you're in a different city or if a different area?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Vaughn ended up dying before the case was resolved.
Right.
And Durk ended up beating the case. And a lot of people try to say, oh, Durk must have thrown Vaughn under the bus, whatever. But then I believe the DA came out and said if Vaughn was still alive, we would have charged him with this shooting. And I mean, if we just go and watch Trap Lord Ross's masterpiece documentary on King Vaughn being a serial killer, we know he's trigger happy. So it's no surprise that Vaughn most likely popped dude in Atlanta. And from what I heard, that wasn't the only person he shot in Atlanta.
Damn.
But this is serious because if the feds are trying to use this against Durk, this is an attempted murder case.
Right. That's attempted murder.
A dismissal motion from 2022 said prosecutors reviewed the facts and chose not to prosecute, even though probable cause had existed for Durk's arrest. Durk's lawyer said for some reason they decided that Mr. Banks was involved since some of the people he affiliated were involved in the shooting. We strongly deny that. Now, the Chicago incident from January of 2022 was the killing of Stephon Mack outside of Roseland Community Center.
Yeah.
Back in 2024, unsealed court records claimed Durk was behind the fatal shooting, but Durk has not been charged in that killing. That is the tension in Wilson's new filing. His lawyers and prosecutors want to use the Chicago and Atlanta incidents as direct evidence.
Remember when I told y'all that they was going to try to charge him with this and y'all was like, man, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You don't know know what the fuck you talking about. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. I want to hear apologies in the chat. Where's the apologies at? Say sorry, motherfucker.
Evidence in the federal case, even though both predate the Los Angeles attempted assassination of Quando Rondo, in which they killed Lil Pab.
Right.
Now, everywhere on Reddit would they be breaking down this murder. If Durk beats his case with stopping the feds from charging him with Stephon Mack, well, Cup Crafty, I'm pretty sure you just put this into motion. But the shooting of Stephon Mack was when this guy, Elmer, fudded his way across the parking lot with a rifle, and this guy shot a pistol. Yeah, I guess.
Now, this guy, remember, we did a video on this about a week or two ago. This guy right here is the dude who snitched on somebody, or snitched on himself, basically. So he's in jail right now for this murder. You could tell he kind of looked a little, you know what I'm saying? He's in jail for this murder, and they put a snitch in his cell with him, and he ended up telling the snitch, ended up asking him, yeah, how y'all do that shit? We'll do it. Dude ended up telling him everything. And pretty much snitched on himself, talking too much. This is why, I don't know, nigga, you already in there for murder. Shut the fuck up.
This kid was the one with the pistol. They basically gunned dude down, and then tried to say Durk was the one that paid for the hit, that sent the bag. The bag apparently never reached them. He never actually paid. But they were alleging Durk was the one behind this situation. And the feds would want to bring this up because it's another example of Durk allegedly paying for hits.
Right.
Now, we could take this either way. We could take this as the feds are doubling down to secure a conviction and showing that he's been involved in multiple situations that share the same similarities. Or we could view this as a desperate attempt by the feds to bring something else in to halt everything because they're not ready to go to trial.
Yeah, maybe.
Durk got the best lawyer he can have. The feds want more time. So they add on this little bullshit. Now all of a sudden they got to do new arraignments, new witnesses, new this, new that, and everything gets delayed. And things can be delayed by years. Not everything in the feds is that quick. And if it's the prosecutors asking for more time, that tells you something, because normally, from what we understand, is the feds don't indict unless they have you. And if they have you, they have all the evidence they need. They don't need to take their sweet ass time. This shit will get done in 4 months. But the fact that this is the play the feds are putting in motion may or may not
That's the same thing they said about Who Shiesty case. That's what his lawyer was saying. Like, well, these are the feds we're talking about. So we're basically saying the feds had you for all this time, and they came 4 or 5 months later. Hey, man, one thing I say, boy, these niggas, boy, they gonna do what the fuck they want to do, boy. I'm gonna tell you something right now, boy. I'm gonna tell you something right now, boy. I'm gonna tell you something right now. You hear what I'm saying? Listen to me, man. Now people go there. You shouldn't have been talking shit. Now people gonna do what the fuck they want to do, when they want to do it, how they want to do it. It ain't nothing you gonna do about it. You can play it, you can cry, you can better be trying to call Trump, nigga. Here. You better call Trump before the case over with, nigga. Shit, because once Trump out of office, you're fucked. I'm telling you that right now. Ain't no other president part, no rapping niggas talking about they murder somebody. I'm gonna let you know that right now. Okay? So shit, nigga, you better call the Trumpster. You better do something, nigga. You better start being creative. You better start thinking outside the box. Because if you think your lawyer just gonna be Your Honor, my client is free and he's innocent and you need to let him free, right? That ain't gonna work, nigga. You need to get it together.
So unless the feds magically found new evidence of him being the shooter in the Atlanta case, I don't see how they could convict him for that, right? He wasn't found guilty. The charges were dropped, which means he could always be hit with new charges, but they would need new evidence. True. And the co-defendant in that case, Vaughn, is dead.
Yeah.
So I don't see how that would even play a role. Now, as far as the murder in Chicago, yeah, if those dudes are fully cooperating and blaming Durk, okay, that's one thing. But are the feds actually able to prove it beyond just their words? Because clearly they're going to try to save themselves. Yeah. Are the feds able to prove he did any of this shit?
Why do y'all, hey, one thing I'm going to ask y'all a genuine question. Why y'all think they got to prove something? They don't got to prove it to no damn body. All they got to do is convince a jury. That's it. All they have to do is convince a jury. They don't have to prove a damn thing. I don't have to prove to you that the sky is blue. If I can convince this jury that the sky pink, nigga, and they believe me, they gonna find your ass guilty. You feel me? Like, the feds not playing the same game. I think it's a lot simpler than most people make it. Like, I don't think the feds is playing the same game that y'all think they playing. I think the feds is fucking bullying niggas. They gonna do what the fuck they want to do, when and how they want to do it. And I think that's just what it is, bro. Again, they don't have to prove a damn thing. They just gotta convince a jury, and that's why rapping about shit and talking about murders and songs and all that. That's why it's just, especially if you doing the crimes or you hanging out with niggas that's doing the crimes actively, and you making songs about them crimes that you doing it, bro, you gonna get cooked, because you just have to convince a jury that you did it. So if I can get this evidence played in court, and I can say, yeah, you said this about a murder. You said this about a murder on this day, that day, this day, and this is the same time this happened, and this is the same. If Trap Lord fucking Ross could put something together and convince you that King Von got however many bodies, yeah, you could convince the jury for sure. This a reason why they played a media game. They played a media game because they trying to convince you of what the fuck is going on before the trial even start. Because perception is reality. So if that jury get on that in a jury stand, and they look at you like you a gangster killer who kill people and do this, do that for whatever reason, because these are still humans at the end of the day. So even if they don't know who Lil Durk is, if they find out they on Lil Durk's case and they go home and type in Lil Durk, and you got this nice white man, nice Christian white dude, and he type in Lil Durk on YouTube, and he hear you talking about some murder, kill, murder for hire, computer murderers, and all this songs and shit, he gonna be like, oh, that's who case I got. Oh, that nigga look like he. You feel me? I'm just saying,
they're just putting themselves in another position. Same shit with the Quando Rondo thing. Okay, everything leads back to Durk, but can we prove it actually happened? To be honest with you, I'm not sure what to think. Apparently, if this is gonna happen, it's gonna happen on June 3rd. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. Let me know y'all's thoughts and comments in the comment section. It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all.
It's just like, who wants to go through this shit too? That's shout out 1090 Jake, but like, who wants to go through this shit?